Yeah, direct replacement. Fits right, just right in there.
I mean, if it wasn't expensive to make mistakes, it would be funny. I'm wearing my Jeep shirt. We're working on Fords today. Not really. I need to get my wheelies, which used to be there, but this showed up because this is a priority. Anyways, we got a seat to mount on the wheelies, so I decided to wear my Jeep shirt. But before we do that, look over there, John. We talked about the fuel tank for the F1. Gonna put that in. We've got enough parts now. We're almost ready to get this thing running. I got some radiator hoses and some other stuff shows up. I think we're getting close to getting this like running, like done. Anyways, wiring. We got to do wiring on that and gas tank. And guess what the F-150 here showed up as? This is my son-in-law's truck. He's been battling this for a while. Let me show you what we've discovered. Come on, take a walk. All right, can you see underneath? Yeah, you can. All right, crawl around on the ground so this has got the fuel tank half off. Up here, I believe he was calling this a fuel module or fuel. Anyways, the fuel pump runs to here. We tried to bypass one of the wires because everything's old, and we discovered that if you held the plug just right, it would work. So he bought a new plug, and he'll be over in a little bit. I'm not going to show you the rest of it. But if you got one of these F-150s and the tires here, and you got wiring problems with your fuel pump, we think that by replacing this with a new pigtail, it'll solve his problem and he'll be on his way. Which is funny because we got wiring to do on a great grandfather of this truck and a fuel thing to do. So let's go over and take a look at the Ford. That's all you're going to see on this. Moving on. You guys ever had a truck that becomes a storage unit or a vehicle or parts just been thrown in? This is what's happening in my life. I've got the new wiring harness. We cut some of the wiring out. We need hours to do this. I probably won't film a whole lot of it because it's not exciting. We're going to put the floor back together. We're going to mount the gas tank. We feel confident with our repair from a few weeks ago. We've got a new fuel line to run. Is this even the right size, John? Did we do good?
I don't know. We never tested.
Probably should put a fuel filter somewhere we can access. Yeah, that would fit just fine. We'll bend all that up. Has a petcock here so we can turn it off when the fuel filter gets all that rust straight into it in the first 5 minutes. Oh, look who's back.
Huh, nice.
These squirrels, they have been... I've found 40 of these things in the last... Get out of here, squirrel. I found 40 of those things in the last few days just around here. They are going crazy. The neighbor down the way has a tree that they get them from and bring them over to here. All right, so I guess what we should do, John, this is where I'm caught. Obviously, we need to vacuum. Let me use my pointer here. We need to vacuum all that mess right there. And a smart guy would paint all this before he assembled it. But I don't think I'm a smart guy because I feel like we're doing things twice. Because we're going to like put all of our parts we have on it, make it run and drive. And then I think next spring we're going to do the old exploded apart, paint it and bodywork it. I think is what we're going to end up doing. So let's focus on that. Let's just cut the video, do a bunch of work. Maybe we'll put a fast track video in it if we want to do that. But get the gas tank in, put the interior back together, shifter, everything. And then I got some ideas on that seat. I think we could foam it up and just put a cover over it for this time. And then like not call it quits, but like just do the wiring and get this thing running, because what are we missing? I'm missing 2 lower radiator hoses, and
I thought you were missing the upper ones.
They came. Speedway Motors sent me a whole bunch of stuff the other day, so we'll open them in a few minutes and put those on. I think that's where we're at. I think we're just that close. The wiring is priority, and just like assembling it. See, didn't take nothing at all. Didn't take no time at all. 30 years to do. Oh yeah, we also got to do that Jeep seat. Let's go for a walk. Put that on pause. So the pink wheelies, I moved it out of the way for that fuel tank issue on the F-150. Look how nice those windshields turned out. Look how nice that paint is. Now let's talk about flaws. What do we see, John?
The door ain't closed.
Overspray, door ain't closed. That latch back there has been bugging me. I'm gonna have to either get a new latch or take it off. Somebody didn't mask this paint right here. That's like a nothing deal. Up on the top of the sunroof, there's a little bit of paint overspray. Anyways, come take a look at the seat, John. And then I remembered that I had a seat that I wanted to tell you about in the wheelies. So for a few minutes, John and I are off camera. We're trying to get the socket to fit down in here to unbolt this seat. And we discovered it was the 90s. Look, John, boom booms. So we're going to remove the seat the old-fashioned way, the original way it was designed. Get rid of it. I don't know why. It's just the way they did it. That thing's made out of titanium or something. So when we were as kids, we had demolition derby cars, John. We would hook a chain to the seat like this and then use the other car to yank out the seat. We didn't unbolt nothing. You just yanked it out of the car. And you didn't worry if the door got screwed up because you just hammered it shut anyways. Yeah, that's the way to take seats out. With a chain and another vehicle, you just yank them out. Yank, yank, yank. Now you got to cut through the shifter here. Where's the front of this thing at? Oh, there she is. I don't want to cut the bolt. Is it starting the seat on fire or is it cutting the bolt?
I think it's cutting the bolt so far.
Now in theory, I think it's Sirocco. Looks like Volkswagen. Off with you now, laddie. All right. Now, wheelies are known for this passenger side toolbox. And there should be one under that seat. But for some reason, they got rid of that seat and put this thing in here.
Oh.
What a mess. Why is everything I own rat rods? So we have to get the speaker out to reach underneath to take the nuts out of the inside of that track.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're going to be here all day, John.
Great.
So why don't we do this? Why don't we cut to the chase? Let's go for a walk.
I keep getting hung up on the door.
Move my lawn chair out of the way. This is the seat. And it measures out to fit into the wheelies. I think it came out of the back of a minivan. Doesn't matter. If the brackets unbolt, I think we can make some stands. And either weld that to the floor or put a plate, bolt that to the floor, and then have this bolt to that. Oh, we got a spider who sat down beside her. Somebody with a greasy hand the other day when we were working on the seat put their hand there. All right, hold the door so I can. So this is spider web. This is the van seat. We found a Ford marking on the plastic somewhere. So it's a Ford van seat. We think the one in the back. Do you see how nice it fits? Headrest. So we showed you a video of us tearing out the bottom of the floor. I haven't done anything with that yet. I'm figuring out the mounting on it. But when you set it, these are the original seat belts that were there. And then we've got some Ford seat belts. So we're going to kind of put all this stuff back together. But when you set on the passenger side, it still moves a little bit. It's not bad. It's kind of a little bit more up than you want, but this is such a short cab. It's not very bueno. Now when you skip over to this side, and I'm a fat guy, okay? These wheelies are small. It will work It's not as bad as my little M38. That is like, you know, like this, but this one you stretch out, but I wish it went back further, but it's back. How does it compare with the rat rod? My rat rod, the steering wheel is bigger and it's a lot closer, so this is better than that. It's got a weird position. It feels like it's doing this a little bit, which it is, because when we had it going the other way, this wouldn't even shift into low. You remember that? It wouldn't even. So now it'll shift. I probably need a seat with that cutout, you know, to be truthful. But it's going to be fixed. I got an idea. I'll try to show you it, because right now it's just rock and roll city. So let me go around the other side and open the door. Okay. If you look in here, John, let's tip this thing forward. Yeah, there you go. Can you get it out? Oh, there you go. I'll pull it out this way. All right, so what I wanted to show you, if you can see, is these had the toolboxes under them. You see those? They were all full of insulation and everything. How'd that rust evaporator stuff do?
Doing great.
So I'm probably going to paint all this in here with black undercoating, I think, John. Just do that. And then we've got to mount it. But what ended up happening here is you'll see this mount part kind of dips down into that hole to give it the right feel, and then I'm going to have to drill some holes and make some mounts. Hopefully we can do that in this video, but all these Fords in the backyard, I don't know. Because if we put it up on top like this, see, it doesn't.
You need to come my way.
Yeah, but it didn't even shift if it came up on top. It feels better as a seat, but it just, there's no. So when it came back this way, stood straight up and fell into those holes like that, it kind of holds it. And that's really the best I can do, short of some other custom thing. Anyways, thanks to my friend Eric for getting me this. I think it's going to work out fine. It's comfortable and it's not tore up, so that's a win-win-win. The color's okay, but we got to do something. So anybody's got any ideas on what to do with this crap in here, let me know. Obviously I need a few screws to finish the windshield. Just enough garage. We got just enough time and talent and money, so this is just as far as I can get them. And speaking of which, let's jump back on that Ford. So how does this mount? It's got those holes on the back, those 4.
Yeah. And I think they line up with that guy, and then whatever other ones it lines up with.
That broken off one. Nothing. And what do you got down there? One?
I got one down here. I think it's just the 2 end ones that have
Okay, so you still lined up with one?
Yeah.
So that one there.
I think it was this one and that one, because.
Well, this is it gonna fit in there? You gotta push the tank down for some reason. It's not in its spot. Is there some stuff underneath it? You know what? Maybe this toolbox will be part of the restoration. Right now we're at the get it running stage.
Oh yeah, somebody put stuff between them.
This is the toolbox that was designed for this. You see it's got the rubber stoppers and it would set on top of there, and then it bolts into the mount location behind the seat. This is a real deal, man. Well, this, I hate being that guy, but we are like, what are we doing? Are we trying to get it to run, or are we just trying to assemble parts on it? What are we doing here, John?
Trying to get it to run, so why is this?
We don't need that, is what you're saying.
Not right now.
All right, so let's move on to radiator hoses. Once again, the vehicle is telling us what it wants, and it does not want that right now.
The vehicle's telling us what it wants, and we're not listening.
All right. $80 investment. Ooh, a free 2-day GM truck show.
It was 2 days ago.
Where's the date? Doesn't even say it. Oh, November 14, 15, Glendale, Arizona. Not going. All right, thanks for the advertisement. Warning, cancer and reproductive harms in California. All right, let's get rid of this box.
Let me guess, crumb tubes.
Well, they're supposed to be right for the uppers.
But are they left?
I'm concerned because you remember last time we had that little tiny water neck on there? These do look like they're smaller on one end. I don't know. And then, yeah, these are just bent tubes there. Alright. Let's put them over here on our working table. We gotta get that stupid foot off of this thing. Get rid of all these leftover Willys bolts. Seat. Get rid of all this crap.
Watch your profanity.
Or what'll happen?
It'll have to get added to a tally.
Alright, I'm still wearing my Jeep shirt, so let's go ahead and start doing Ford stuff.
Yep.
Alright, John, we gotta stop. This part is left over here on the ground. The old transmission jack became a gas tank jack when the gas tank was out of that F-150. The F-150 left, and here's the jack. So we need to assemble that and go put it back in the shop so we don't keep stepping on it.
So what you doing?
Well, this is my concern. You see how small that water neck is?
Yeah.
That's my concern. Everybody says, internet says, it's gonna fit. Exact replacement. The radiator is an exact replacement. These tubes are exact replacements. It's like somebody stepped on that one.
The only thing that ain't an exact replacement's the engine.
Exact replacement, John. So yeah, these here. Chrome will get you home, buddy.
Will it?
I couldn't buy these any other way. That's how they come. So it's supposed to... I don't think this thing's gonna work.
Try it the other way.
I don't think this is gonna work at all. You ever wasted $80? Well, yeah, I have. Have you ever wasted $80 on internet lies? See, the bag was long enough.
Oh yeah,
Get so
the
sick
bag
of this.
the bag's cheaper to produce.
I get so sick of this, you know, John. Just,
So you're saying we're gonna have to get 4 flexi hoses?
well, I mean, obviously some of this will work, but yeah, I'm gonna have to go buy more money, spend more time.
Buy more money. Where do you go buy your money at?
So, what did we get for $80? We got 2 pieces of tube
And some
8
hose
of these,
clamps.
and 4 of those, in some plastic bags, which I can't use after somebody cut them. Terrible.
Man, I wonder who cut them.
And these are all the same size. I mean, this is never gonna work. There's another one of those squirrel nuts. Okay. Got one of those on there. One of those on there.
Yeah, direct replacement. Fits right, just right in there.
I mean, if it wasn't expensive to make mistakes, it would be funny.
Why are you laughing?
Because what the hell is this? All these that bolted right in, that bolted right in. This isn't an uncommon truck. And then it's like it's so floppy loppy.
Just measure it and get a flexi hose.
Well, yeah, clearly we're gonna have to, but it'll have to have a small end on this end and a big end on this end.
Yeah, you're gonna have to talk to the people and be like, you gotta measure this with your calipers or whatever, and go, I needed this end, and I needed that end, and I need it however long it is from here to there.
Oh, you're talking like a hose?
Just a straight up
I'm
hose
just
from
gonna
here
get
to
a
there.
hose from here to here.
Oh, that'll also work.
There you go. Because I mean, I gotta have to get hoses down there. But at least those are the same size. You remember the other day when I saw this? I don't even know if it made the video now. I don't remember. But I was like, I might as well just go ahead and cut that off.
I don't think we were filming it.
Yeah, go ahead and cut that off. take it to a weld spot and say, can you make a hose on here that's like, you know, the right size? I mean,
well, yeah, but we couldn't even get the right parts, so.
I mean, you can put your whole finger in there and still it's floppy loppy. Go ahead, John. What do you call this?
A snafu?
Face of disappointment.
Oh.
So what have we got done today? We fixed the truck.
We put a gas can in.
We fixed the truck that's no longer in our driveway, which nobody cared about.
2 gas tanks, I guess.
We installed that one, which is rusty and garbage.
Yeah.
We've got nothing done on the wiring. We have not run any gas tubes. I have no throttle linkage because I have to modify that because this thing over here, vroom, vroom, pulls this way, and that pedal goes this way, so I have to set that up this way with a welder and get it to pull that way. So it's going to be some customized. That'll be cool. That'll be fun. But even if I get all that to work, John, the damn radiator, it's Bluetooth. It's a Bluetooth radiator.
Hey, as long as you can get it to work on Bluetooth.
You want to go spend another $100 on custom radiator hoses? You know, I knew this.
I don't think they're going to be expensive for just.
I just knew
flexible.
They weren't going to work when I saw the pictures. I'm like, I don't think this is right. I ordered them for a truck. This isn't a car. I'm not a goon. I know the difference between a truck and a car. And it said it would fit a 1947 Ford F1, John. This is.
Okay, well, first of all, they didn't have F1s in 47.
No, but you see right there that date? This is pre-1. So I got the right stuff. There was no other options. I wonder if they sent me the wrong kit, because you see, if this was the later model, it would be up here at the front. And then this would probably work perfect.
Well, except for the fact that this is still wrong.
Yeah, other than that major fact. Yeah, look at that. Here, I'll show you on your side. If it came to the front of the water neck, it would be closer.
Yeah, what's funny is I thought we had a set of those heads, but we don't.
Well, they wouldn't fit on here anyways. They're different.
It's similar.
See, you're right. Similar. All the flatheads are similar.
They're all similar. They all do
This
the
video
V8
just
stuff.
This video just took a turn for the worse, because now I'm super frustrated.
Well,
Who would put a tiny little neck on there?
well, you see, I don't think it's that. I think it's the fact that this doesn't have thermostats or anything, so they probably went, we'll narrow down the hot side.
But it's supposed to be a factory replacement. This is the factory hose size, John.
Yeah, for a different year. The year where they had them up on the front of the thing with thermostats.
You know what? You just got to start ordering everything that's available and just send it back when it doesn't fit.
Yeah, but see, then you have to get to the point where you're putting those parts in and making sure they fit or not within 30 days. Otherwise, you
And pay
can't.
the shipping all the way back, too.
Uh-huh.
Maybe this is why I've let projects set for 20 years, 30 years.
Why?
Well, you want to go down and argue with a teenager about hose sizes over the counter?
Nah, let's pick one of the 30-year-olds that really doesn't know what they're
It's
doing.
not arguing. When I say arguing, it's just, well, my computer says this and the reality is this, but the computer already got me because the computer said this was going to fit. So that's 1 for AI, 0 for human.
No, it's 0 for you. I'm sure some people are better than the AI.
And I don't know who that would be. I mean, it didn't work out for Skynet. That's what we're getting ourselves into here pretty quick. I don't know what I could do with this mess either. We're going to have to measure a hose that's going to have a bell on it.
Mm-hmm. You got to measure the distance between it, and
Really, John?
yeah, you're gonna have to do some measuring. Figure it out.
You know, they haven't made this engine in 70 years. I get that. But they made a lot of them, and you think the computer would remember. So then who made the radiator said, hey...
Again, I think this is how they did it.
Okay.
Because there was no
Question for one of the
thermostat. 28
people who watch my videos. Is this right? If you know, then tell me. If it's wrong, then... by the time you see the video, I would have already figured something out.
Well, yeah, we're still gonna hokey it, but...
And then when the car show will open it and they'll say, well, what is wrong with your radiator hoses? And I'll be like, that's the best best I could do. And they'll be like, well, they're wrong. And I'll be like, yeah.
Great, give me the right ones.
Yeah, they're wrong. You know why they're wrong? Because the world's against me. All right. So because I'm mad and Mary had to use the beep button quite a few times on the radiator hose situation, I'm moving on to something else to destroy. This fuel line. Now this fuel line is beautiful. It's a great fuel line, love it. But it's not shaped right for the fuel pump. So this, being the world's worst tubing bender, I'm going to destroy and kink this hose since we have to go to the store to argue with a kid about radiator hoses. That way we can get a new piece of tubing when we're down there. This is going to be successful. If my hands will work, we can be successful here. All right, here we go. No, it doesn't. Come on now.
Wait, you don't want to physically put kinks in it?
Come on now.
Reach up by your hands.
For some reason they made this thing so that it runs into the... Is it me? Am I doing it wrong?
Probably.
Is this where on the video you're supposed to have that little meme? You're doing it wrong. I know. See what I mean, John? It's just like, how do you work this thing?
Well, I'm sure there was instructions when you originally bought it.
Whoa, I'm pretty close. If I just do this...
You're back to square one.
Oh, I'm opening it up too much. Maybe I'll secure one side, and that way I can snap the fitting off.
Yeah.
So
Make sure to break it on the carburetor.
So let me teach you something about tubing bending. Oh, don't use metric tools.
Alright, do what you want.
So you take the wrench and you put it on there, on the nut mostly.
And now you mess up the threads on the...
Oh, I don't think so.
On that rest fitting that now has some flattened out threads.
Does it really?
It looks like it, right?
So I screwed it up. Remember when I said I was going to the store anyways?
No.
I'm sure it doesn't fit this because this fuel pump was made in China too. So let me take it off of this end. Now I finger tightened that.
And then you bent it around.
And it doesn't fit. I'm assuming this is the right place to put it because that says in. So if anybody owns a time machine, go back and buy American-made parts for these cars. Get a warehouse full of them. And then you'll be in the money.
Really? Because how many of these do you see driving around?
I don't know.
Where people are doing engine
Does that look
swaps.
crooked?
It looks like it'll work. That's all that matters.
It looks like it'll work.
You'll find out when the gas leaks out in the engine catches
You mean
fire.
when? Yeah. When it leaks out.
When it leaks out and the engine catches fire.
It doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
It could be those flat spots you were talking about. Just some goon messed up. Could be the Chinese-made pot metal. Remember our brake lines turned out real good though, and nobody even saw that.
Yeah.
We just said they worked and they believed us.
Well, they'll see on the first time we drive it. If
Yeah.
it stops or not.
Yeah, we should start uphill so if it quits on us, we can coast back.
Nah, let's go downhill. I'm sure this will be easy to push by hand.
Oh, it went from tight to getting loose.
Why'd you keep going?
Because
Why
it
are you
wasn't.
still going?
It's not tight.
Ah, you know, it feels like it's just about there. Let me just keep twisting.
We can see a piece of aluminum thread coming out.
Oh, good. I'm glad it's that side, not the brass. Quit twisting.
The tube is loose, John. It's gonna leak. It doesn't matter whether it's right or wrong at this point. Mary, keep hitting the beat button. If she was smart, she would just play music over everything I'm saying.
Just get a bunch of super glue and fill that.
You know why people quit YouTube, John?
Because they get tired. Because they think they need to make a video every week.
Because they hate working on their own projects. Yeah, look at that. It's chewing it up.
But which end is it chewing up? Because I can't see from my side.
Let's try this. Let's switch ends and see if that better nut can salvage that. Alright, so we saved the fuel pump.
Turns out the quality made American brass is better than Chinese aluminum.
And I had that bent all right and everybody was happy. Now I'm back here to flex the line and mess it up. Remember that time I tried to do something and I couldn't do it?
No. When that happened?
Every day. You know, farmers, John, used to just carry a pair of overall crescent wrench and pliers. We got new, more modern tools, and that's why this stuff don't work.
Yeah.
I must have been on backwards because it just went perfectly on this one.
Maybe.
That was probably my fault. I had the tube on wrong. Alright, that one's in. That one's in.
I got loose again.
See, I can do stuff.
Are you sure about that?
Ay, ay, ay. You want to run the other gas lines or try to go fight with radiator hoses?
Neither, but I'd rather do hoses right now.
Stay focused?
Because gas lines are under the truck, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah. And it still smells like oil under there. I mean, this is permanently here, so it doesn't need that anymore.
What, you don't want to just drive around with a chain?
No.
It's not appealing.
No, I think we're losing the plot here, Johnny.
Maybe.
I think it's an 11/16 anyways. Oh, yeah. Let me torque that. Yeah. The most critical one in between the cylinders where most of these crack, and this one hadn't been, but doesn't mean it. Well, it didn't appear that way to the naked eye. All right, well, let's get the radiator hoses. So I guess we'll give you a follow-up. I'm losing steam, and I didn't get to my seat, John.
Yeah, that's going to be a next week's video probably at this point.
I'm getting sick of doing next week's videos. I just want to be done with this one, that one, this one. I want to start another project. Remember the Z car? It's supposed to have an engine worked out for it, and it hasn't worked out for it yet, which doesn't really matter because there's a lot of engines in the world that could be worked out for it. I want to do something with that Suburban, maybe paint the dash on it, mount those seats. I wanted to take it to Southern California just to see if I could sell it to a low-riding guy, just to see, you know. But I don't know. I don't know anybody down there. I just thought, I'll advertise it and make a road trip out of it, come back with some money in my pocket and a great story to tell. I don't know. I haven't driven my rat rod but maybe 2 times this whole summer.
Yeah.
RS Capri is buried under some stuff.
You drove that once this summer?
I drove it for a whole week this summer, though. My green Jeep, I ain't even had that out long enough to get the transmission rebuilt on that. It's like every time oh yeah, speaking of transmissions, we still got to deal with that 5-speed in that thing somewhere on the synchros on that.
Oh yeah.
On that Suburban. It's like we're stuck in Groundhog Day every day, you know? I want to be done with one of these. At the same time, I also want to start a new project, so Could be doing it to myself.
Let's make the next project be massive and impossible.
Oh, like the one we cut in half, like the one it sat for 30 years,
Hey,
like the one we got out of the
The
field.
one that's cut in half is doing just fine right now.
Oh, yeah.
The one that came out of the field is doing just fine right now.
So you're saying I have some talent at the end of the day?
You could take a vehicle that hasn't run in 30 years and get it on the road again.
You know what's interesting about YouTube? Let's just talk about YouTube for a minute. The people that are successful at YouTube do YouTube 7 days a week, 100% of the time. People like me that work part-time, you got to be patient with me because it's just hey, just think of it like journaling. I put a journal entry in every day. I did something with it. I worked forward. So I move slower than everybody else, but I'm still moving, and you can too. So let's put a stop to the video. Hopefully there'll be a follow-up. If there's not, sorry, but I think the squirrels are fighting now. Squirrels and crows. This video has lost it all. Anyways, we'll catch you next week on something else. Hopefully I'll have a resolution on the radiator hoses. Hopefully the gas tank won't leak. Hopefully. We'll see you next time. I know the video's over, but the hoses don't fit. Can you imagine if somebody on the video was to see that, John?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, see? It's a beauty, eh? I mean, for a hose that doesn't fit the truck, it fits perfect now.
Yeah.
Classic. Get an old truck, they said. Spend time with your kid, they said.
Huh? That'll be fun, they said.
Yeah. I'll see you later.